Hello and welcome to 2-5. Today we are kind of doing a little more problem solving and practicing a new strategy that will help you with problem solving, and that is to make a table. So I just wanted to draw a little diagram out here to remind you of some of our vocabulary words. I would like you to draw this into your notebook. I have the title. We always forget about the title. Each individual rectangle is called a cell. When we're talking about all of the cells that are up and down on top of each other, that's called a column. And then the cells that are left and right to each other, those are called rows. So please make sure that you write this down. We should always, again, have a title at the top. So our goal is that we're going to be able to make a table to solve problems. So let's get started. All right. So it says, in a recent year, about 63 out of every 100 households in the United States owned at least one pet. About how many households out of 10,000 owned at least one pet? Okay, so now this might be one that your brain would be like, how do I solve this? So let's kind of break it down here. Our first step is always to understand the problem. Okay, so what do we know? We know that 63 out of every 100 households owned at least one pet. So what do you need to find? How many households out of 10,000? So really we're going from 100 to 10,000. Okay, I will make a table, right? That's what we're going to be practicing today. Making a table to solve the problem. That's our plan of action. Here we go. So the total number of households owning at least one pet. Okay, so we have a title for each of our columns. So if I'm going to go from 100 and I multiply by 10, I get to 1,000. I'm just adding a 0. I had 2, now I'm going to have 3. And then if I'm going to multiply by 10 again, now I'm at 10,000. Okay, so same goes to when you're going from 63 times 10, I'm just going to take 63, add a 0. Then if I'm going to multiply it by 10 again, I'm going to write 630, add a 0. So about 6,300 out of 10,000 households owned at least one pet. Is my answer reasonable? So I'm going to use mental math to multiply 63 times 100. Okay, so I see I have 2 zeros here, so I'm going to add them over to my 63. With 2 zeros, boom, yes, that's reasonable. Okay, yep. All right, let's go to our next problem we're going to practice here. All right, so Nestor is saving money to buy a new camping tent. Each week he doubles the amount he saved the previous week. If he saves $1 the first week, how much money will he save in 7 weeks? All right, so we know that each week he doubles the amount he saved the previous week. We also know that he saved $1 in his first week. Okay, our next question says, what do we need to find? We need to find how much money he will save in 7 weeks. Okay, then our plan, make a table. That's always going to be our plan for today because that's what we're practicing to solve. I know you might be able to solve in a different way, but we're practicing the strategy of making a table today. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's make our table here. All right, so first we have our week, and then we have amount. I'm going to abbreviate it to AMT, saved. We should also write that it is in dollars. Okay, I'm doing my best to make a table on an iPad. Please bear with me. Okay, so the first week, he had $1. The second week, we know he's going to double it, so we have to multiply by 2. He now has $2. The third week, again, times 2, he has $4. The fourth week, times 2, he has 8. Fifth week, he has 16. Sixth week, he has 32. And I got to add one more on here. The 7th week, he has 64. And we have dollars right here, so then I don't have to write dollars each time when I'm writing it out. Each time we are multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2. So if I see then how much money did he have, we need to add the amount of money he saved each week so we can know how much will he save total. So I'm adding up 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64. When I add all of that together carefully, I get $127. Is how much money he has saved. So that's a pretty good savings plan. So we will have $127 in 7 weeks. That's pretty good. So now we're saying, is it reasonable? So how we're going to check that is we're going to round each 2-digit number. Each 2-digit number to the nearest 10. Okay? So I'm going to add 1, 2, 4, and 8 together. And I get 15 when I do that. And then I'm going to add 16 if I round that would be 20. 32 would be 30. 64 would be 60. Okay, so I get 50 plus 60. So if I added these 3 together, I'm going to get 110 plus 15. So I'm going to get 125. Is that close to 127? Yes, it is. So is it reasonable? Yes, and my explanation is this right here, how I'm going to show that I rounded each of the numbers greater than 10 to 10, and then I added up my ones that weren't more than 10 to it, and I got 125. So I showed my work to show how I did that, and we're done. So our goal today is just that we're going to be practicing making tables. So when you're doing your work tomorrow, make sure that you make a table for all of them. It seems slower, but it really helps us to visualize the question and be able to explain our thinking. So anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.